Barney's version, which is based on the novel by Mordecai Richter, and the story is Paul Giamatti is the central character, Barney, who is basically, so at the beginning we're introduced to him as a misanthrope of sorts. He is apparently brilliant, charming, wonderful, charismatic. Loads and loads of people love him. Beautiful women keep falling in love with him, although exactly why is never quite made clear. He has ended up being in charge of a very successful but utterly trashy TV show. On the occasion of his second marriage to Minnie Driver, he spies Rosamund Pike, decides he loves her more, and runs after her and catches her on a train station when he's in the middle of his own wedding. We're supposed to like him. Here's a clip.
Wow, I like you with glasses.
What are you doing here?
Run away with me.
What?
Run away with me. Or stay with me. I don't care. Or I can go with you.
Are you out of your mind?
No, I'm bent over backwards in love with you. Miriam, I'm the heels over head completely.
Don't be ridiculous. We just met. At your wedding. It's not funny. Barney, get off the train.
I cannot believe that this really happens. It really happens. Just like that.
IDs, tickets.
It's amazing. No? And I don't care if it happened on my wedding night, at a funeral, on my deathbed. It happened.
Here's the problem with Barney's version.
I still think of that voice as being John Adams, the second president of the United States.
Yes, as directed by
Tom Hooper,
who directed.
Well, he's directed everything, but the
King's Speech. No, just to tie it all nicely together. So loads of sort of cameos from the Canadian great and good David Cronenberg, Atta McGoy, Danielle Kahn, and people falling over themselves to be involved in the project. Paul Giamatti is a very, very fine actor, and as Colin Patterson was saying earlier on, nobody does schlubby quite like him. The problem with this is essentially the story itself. There is a dark secret in Barney's past that a book has been published that basically accuses him of having got away with murder. That is frankly the least of his problems. The film requires, in order for it to work, our sympathies to be engaged with a character who is, and in fact, when Paul Giamatti was talking on the station just a few hours ago, he's saying, well, you have to sympathise with him. Yeah, he's grumpy and he's a git and he's a misanthrope and he does this and he's badly behaved. But, we have to sympathise with him and find him lovable, find him irascible, find him charming, find him interesting. My problem was I found him really, really annoying, really misogynist, really full of himself, and I couldn't see on screen the evidence for why it was that everyone kept falling over themselves to accommodate him, to put up with him, to be with him, to be around him, to embrace him, to look after him, to, as he gets older and older and, things sort of start to fall apart, people rally around him who he's behaved badly to. It is a story which is a very male story about men and guys, we're like this and we're like this and we do this thing, and it's, I just kind of watched it thinking, have we got in a time warp, and is it actually the middle of the 1970s, and is he wearing denim? And it's a very peculiar thing, because I wanted to like it, and I like Paul Giamatti, and I think that Rosamund Pike is a terrific actress, and I like Minnie Driver very much, and I like the idea. All these cameos kept coming in of people whose work I think, they like it and they're embracing it, and I'm assured that the literary source is more likeable, but there was just this central problem, which is I just thought, don't like him, don't see the evidence of why it is that everyone's falling around after him. It's not that he's somebody who's sort of thunderstruck by it. I mean, Dustin Hoffman gets all the best parts as his father, gets all the best lines, and to some extent gives you the only point of entry into the film. I think in the end, it is a film that will be loved by men who consider themselves to be incredibly intelligent, incredibly grumpy, and they have the right to be incredibly intelligent, incredibly grumpy, and everybody else should just run around after them because they're so brilliant. I'll tell you what it also reminds me of. People at college who told you they were brilliant and proved it by never finishing anything. That thing about I'm brilliant rather than I can work hard. It was just a movie that in order for you to like it, I think in order for you to like Barney's version, you have to be impressed by the kind of things that I just don't think are charming. I think, sorry, you're behaving badly, you're rubbish to other people, you're chauvinist, you're full of yourself, these people are better than you, I don't care.